Welcome to Keeping Athena Company. My name is Athena Kubenu. I'm a stand-up comedian, writer and podcaster and a parent. And I love being a parent, but unfortunately, well not unfortunately, it's just how it is. My child can't speak, so I get a little bit bored. So every now and again, I invite a friend round to keep my company. And today, I welcome into my mum's kitchen, Arielle Souma.
Yeah, that's
Welcome.
me. Wow.
Thanks for coming from North to South London.
Seriously.
No, from South to North London, I should say. So
Yes.
You made it across the
Yeah, I
river.
don't understand why people live north.
Should we all live south on top of each other? Is that how it is? We should all live in South London and eat Morley's chicken.
At least people should come in middle way,
Well,
halfway.
that's true. Unfortunately, the concept of the podcast means that's why I called it Keeping Athena Company, so I wouldn't have to leave the house. But you made it. Is it your first time in this area?
No, I've been to High Barnet or, as a comedian.
Yeah, that's north.
You go all over.
And did they find you funny in High Barnet as somebody who's in South London?
They find me funny.
Good.
There's one open mic I was headlining. I was a bit too rough, let's say.
Let's talk about
their
this.
taste.
So what is it about your comedy that you might think might be too rough for some people?
I think the whole set that I wrote was about immigration things.
Right.
And they were not really down to it. Maybe because of their poor knowledge of it.
Full knowledge, and it's like Barnet. I was brought up in Barnet. It's quite a conservative area. The whole borough is quite conservative. It's it is what it is.
I think they couldn't understand, therefore they cannot laugh at it.
Yeah, because I don't have the knowledge.
Exactly.
So, do you like to talk about politics in your comedy? Because I like to talk about politics in my comedy.
No.
No.
It's not. Politics is not for me. I don't. It's not that I don't understand it. It's just too much work. Too much. It's like a game.
Yeah.
You're playing with people's life, and I don't like it. For me, life should be quite simple. Yeah. There's money somewhere. We need the money somewhere else. Let's move that money there. That's right. Yeah. Simple. But no, there's some greedy people who just want to take it all, and I don't understand.
I would say that makes you very progressive, because rather than saying I'm politically like socialist or this or that, you're just saying solve problems. Use the money, spend it on the people who needs it.
Exactly.
Just like keep it. What you're trying to achieve, or how can we achieve it? Why align ourselves with the politic? Would that be correct?
Exactly. And why not changing the laws to benefit everyone? I mean, we know all those greedy people they're ruling the country.
Yeah.
I mean, we voted for those people to be representing us, but at the end of the day, nothing really happens. And I think there should be proper laws to like people who turn out money, how do you call it? Sorry, I'm French, people, I just remind you. Steal money.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, like tax evaders.
Tax evader.
Yeah.
Right, what do they got? Like 6 months, 4 months,
They don't get
1, 2
anything.
years. Yeah, those kind of nonsense. They don't even have to give back the money, right? But a poor drug dealer who's really struggling is gonna get 15 years. His life is finished, but this guy who's been stealing millions can be voted president or, prime minister. It's just mad. Makes me angry. This is ridiculous.
It's a class thing too. So if you're working class, you do what's considered working class crime. You get to pay a higher penalty. Whereas if you do an upper class crime, which is, in fact, the way the law works, it allows you to do things that should be illegal, but legally. So, for example, like tax loopholes, for example. So, like Amazon and the people who own Amazon should not be free to roam the world. They should be in jail. They don't pay any taxes. They make billions and billions of pounds. They don't pay taxes, but the law is written so they don't have to. Whereas the law isn't written so people like us don't have to pay taxes. There's no loophole that someone on 25k a year can apply to stop paying their pay as you earn, But if all of a sudden you start a business and it generates £3 billion of revenue, guess what? There's laws that help you. So it's all set up to the benefit of incredibly wealthy people.
That's why I don't like politics.
Do you find it too sad to?
I find it too sad.
Yeah.
I am not to joke about. I don't think I've got the skill, or maybe I don't have the skill yet.
Yeah.
To joke about it. Maybe I think it's very hard for me to joke about something that really makes me sad and angry, because I have to pass this feeling first.
Yeah.
And then talk about it. But if I start, there's a lot of process for me I've got some vulnerability inside me that I cannot allow myself to be down.
Right.
You know,
You
because
have to be happy. You want to be jolly.
not happy. I'm not the happy person. But I don't want to be the depressed person. I don't want to be angry, because I know myself when I was angry at everything.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Was that in your life you were angry as well, or just in your comedy?
Oh, in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Actually, let's make this positive. What made you happy?
Wow.
What made you happy? Shall I say what makes me happy?
What makes you happy?
Plantain.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
It's that simple.
I'll tell you something that makes me happy, right? This is crazy. When I pick up, she likes plantain. You like it? Yeah. So this is what makes me happy, right? So my baby's 10 months old now, so she's kind of old enough to grab and got long arms now for the baby. So what makes me happy is when I pick her up, she can hug. So she squeezes you, and then she does this thing where she just flops her head on your chest. They invent a drug for that feeling, and then like inject it in people's veins. It's so cute. So that's what makes me happy. Sometimes you pick her up and she kicks you, you know. But every now and again you'll pick her up and she'll just hug you and just rest her head on you, and you think, oh my god, that's so cute. So that makes me happy. Good weather.
Yes, I agree. Good weather is nice, but you know, I don't complain when it's too hot, because hey, it's just for a few days. This is the last day of 30 degrees. After that's going to go drop to 24, 23.
Oh god.
So I never complain, because it could be worse.
It could be worse. Yeah, good weather makes me happy. Holidays make me happy. I love a holiday.
I love holidays.
When was the last holiday you went on?
You're a very positive person. You find happiness everywhere.
I found happiness. You have to, because otherwise, because I was a bit like you actually. For a long time, I was very unhappy. For a long time, for all kinds of reasons. And I spent and I think I've spoken about this in other podcasts. I think sort of 10 years ago, maybe even more recently than that, we didn't really have the lexicon for like unhappiness or depression. We were just kind of wandering around like zombies, maybe drinking too much, maybe not going out, and we didn't really have like anybody talking about mental health or anxiety and stuff like that. So if I was behaving now as I behaved 10, 15 years ago, people would have said to Athena, you got problems. But whereas before, it just wasn't spoken about or understood. So I think now I find a lot of happiness in things, because I'm like, do you know what I've done? I've shunned materialism. I don't think about physical objects, and I don't think about the acquisition of wealth anymore.
Okay, I don't think of it as well. I'm fine. I'm not looking for wealth or whatever. I'm looking for happiness and content, you know? Basically, it's friend, family, trying not to be too broke, obviously.
Yeah.
Just be normal, not missing anything, but, you know, trying to...
I always say that all you need in life is security. And by that I mean, you know, do you have somewhere warm to sleep, a place that you're comfortable in? You know, do you have people around you? I can get up in the morning, put food in my mouth, cook food.
Exactly.
I can leave the house, I can buy a coffee and a 6-pack of cornettos from Iceland. You know, everything I get that's above and beyond what I have now is a bonus. And it puts, you know, we're already in the top 10% of the world population in terms of what we have. And so when I realised that, I instantly became happier. Now I only do things if they make me happy. I don't have to do a job I hate anymore, because I have most things. You know, I was lucky enough to work a good job. I was lucky enough to get good qualifications and get degrees and stuff. So that's why I'm happy, and also I have a balance as well. And when I feel unhappy, I know it will pass. So sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, like there's a feeling in my brain, like almost like it's in a vice. But I know it will pass. It's probably PMT or something, you know?
Yes. Now I'm quite happy, especially as a comedian. I see around me, you know, a lot of them talking about mental health and all those things. I'm like, wow, this is serious.
Yeah.
And I don't have this. Obviously, sometimes I feel a bit down and depressed, but I would never really diagnose myself with depression because it's a kind of a blessing, but also a problem with me. I'm very controlling.
You're controlling?
I control my environment. I would not go into a place that is too big. I cannot control. Like Carnival, I cannot deal with that.
Well, yeah.
It's too much. You know, if something happened, maybe because I'm a mom now, and if something happened, what happened to my son? You know what I mean? It's not about my life anymore. You know, like when you got a child, it's just like a little thing change. He's 22.
He's 22.
But still needs me for, not just for money, but, you know, I need to be there to tell him, you know, do the washing up, be a man.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it's not my life anymore. Just crossing the road like a mad person, like my son does.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
Because my life was my own. My life doesn't belong to me anymore.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful with that. So I'm really controlling that. The only thing I cannot control is my food. This, I'm totally weak on food.
Okay.
I am so
What do
bad.
you mean? Do you mean you love eating food?
I've got no control. Somehow my brain melts. It's just like, I know I shouldn't eat that, but I eat it. I know I should stop eating, but I keep on eating. I know I am snacking and I should, this little trigger, obviously is conscious, and I'm aware of it now. I wasn't aware of it when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I need to control it now.
Would you call it a compulsion?
Yes.
A compulsion.
Compulsion.
Have you always had it?
I think around 12 years old or something. Always been, big and then slim down and big and slim down. But no one really, in my family, no one controlled my food. And I was a bit upset.
Yeah.
With that. And then, you're 43.
In hindsight, you look back and you think...
Yes, they should have do something.
Yeah.
But then I'm 43. How long am I going to go on with this excuse?
Yeah.
My mama didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Or, come on. So I'm trying to take control now. Bloody hell.
In what ways are you taking control?
Okay, I had tea now instead of, I don't know, any juice or something like that.
So you're making better food choices.
Yes, and also I had a gastric bypass which kind of policed me.
Let's talk. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So when did you do that?
Last March, actually. March 14th. Yes, last March.
I haven't seen it for ages.
I know.
Okay. And I imagine it was a procedure you might have been nervous about having.
Yeah, it's nervous because you're on the table, you're nearly naked, and everyone's going to look at your body. No, it's because, again, there is 0.1% something can go wrong. It's like any operation.
Yeah.
So always that 0.1%, like, I might die. What about my son? It's always the same principle. So before the operation, I got all my things together, my insurance and everything. I took my son and said, this is it. This blue folder is this code in case shit happen folder. All right. So you got everything in there. My insurance, you contact them. Maybe a bit too practical, but when someone is grieving, he's not going to think about all this. And I paid insurance. You better get the money.
Pay off the mortgage, right?
Yep.
I have life insurance now, and I do think about faking my death. How hard can it be? Just climb a mountain and disappear.
No idea. I think you need to know people to give you a new identity and everything.
But I got life. One of the first things I did when my child was born was get life insurance.
Yes.
So you had the bypass. Was that like the last resort? Had you tried everything else?
Yes. I did try, I did lose weight before and then put it back because of the triggers that keep on happening to me. Like I'm stressed, I'm sad or whatever. I will start eating, and cake tastes better than fruit for me. It's just...
Well, it obviously does because we have a massive problem and we're all eating.
Yeah, it's just like, sugar is more addictive than anything, cocaine or whatever. It's more addictive. And people don't take it. They don't take it seriously. They say, oh, you're fat, just stop eating and go to the gym. No, it's serious.
It is serious. And I totally agree with you. If somebody was anorexic, you wouldn't just say, start eating.
No.
Or if somebody had a drug addiction or, smoking
get help.
or a drug, you wouldn't say to stop doing it. And it's the same with food, especially because the food industry is really corrupt. And it invents foods that are designed to not satiate us. So we live in a world where I use this example all the time. So Coca-Cola is designed to keep you thirsty. All soft drinks will keep you thirsty.
It's true.
They are designed. They're full of sugar, so you process them quickly. They used to be full of caffeine, which is a diuretic. It makes you urinate, and they used to have a small amount of salt, which obviously dehydrates you. And the whole point of it is like it tastes good, and it will satiate you only whilst you're drinking it. And then once you finish, you're thirsty again. And this is actually true for all fizzy drinks. And when they remove the caffeine, when they remove the salt, they replace them with artificial ingredients that have the same impact. And once I learned that, I was like, in order for us to take control of what we eat, we have to learn how what we eat is corrupted. That makes sense?
Yeah, but even learning about it, when you got compulsion, it doesn't matter what's in there. It tastes good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really takes a strong will to start changing everything.
Yeah.
And, and for someone who's not a health, focused thing, it's very hard. So I start little, very little. And this operation really policed my body.
Yeah.
And forced me to like, you know what? If you have one more spoon of food, you're going to have diarrhea. It's up to you. You know what I mean? And that's not fun.
Let me tell my listeners how dedicated you are. I offered you fried plantain and you said you have to boil it. I was like, having said that, boiled plantain is really great.
Yeah, I like it. But because I cannot handle grease, before I would go for it because it tastes better. But now my body is like, I'm not in my home. I don't want to be spoiling your toilet upstairs.
I have a baby. You can't spoil that toilet any worse than what this child does in her nappy. Right? It wouldn't be no problem. So what do you miss?
Oh, pizza. I cannot handle pizza.
Yeah.
I will eat it. I will eat a slice or two.
Yeah.
But then the consequences are really awful. So, pizza, yeah. But I'm quite lucky because I can handle bread. Some, different for people. Some people cannot eat bread.
Yeah.
French girl can't eat bread. Are you serious? So I can't eat bread.
That's like taking out your soul, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Nutella. This is a killer for me.
You can't have it. It's too rich.
I can't have Nutella. It's bad.
I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, I'll tell it's just sugar.
I know, but that doesn't help me. I know it's sugar.
It's just sugar.
I know it's rubbish, but it was so lovely.
Is there anything you've discovered now that you wouldn't have eaten before, but you like it now?
No, not really. I mean, tea. I wasn't drinking tea before, so it's quite good. I kind of like it.
I've always got the kettle on. I drink black tea, green tea, peppermint tea, Earl Grey, chamomile. There's something about boiling water and having things in that boiled water. I find it quite relaxing. It's a procrastination thing as well. So if I'm stuck on something, I'll just put my laptop down, go in the kitchen, make a cup of tea. It's a very British thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like an habit, isn't it?
It's very much a habit. So when you said, I'll have a cup of tea, I was like, I just had one, but I think I'll have another one.
Yeah.
I could drink tea all day.
I don't want to become British, guys.
Why not? How long have you been in the UK for?
24, 25 years.
And why do you not want to become British?
Because I think I'm losing my soul a bit, my joie de vivre.
Your joie de vivre?
Yeah, I used to be more
Pourquoi?
outgoing. I used to talk to random people. Because I think the British get offended so much. And I'm in that point in my life, I don't want to offend people. I just get on with my life. You don't get me, I move on. Before I would force people to talk to me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't know why. I enjoy seeing the way they react, the fact that they feel uncomfortable.
Right.
But yet, they could either warm to me or not.
Yes.
But, it's kind of an experience for both parts.
It is very true that British people are reserved. And I would say, well, I think it's different because, are you Parisian?
Yes, kind of.
Because you like, when you say kind of?
Well, more the suburban.
Okay.
But Paris is my city, yeah.
Because there's a reputation that Parisians have.
We are.
Of being quite brash.
Yes.
We are. I've been to Paris a few times and I always come away thinking, yeah, they're quite harsh people.
We are. When I came in this country, I was like, wow, proper aggressive. It took me time, right, to be a bit less aggressive. But I learned that the British are so different compared to the French. The friendship is very different. Their friendship is not as deep as the French because the French got less barrier than the British.
Less
barrier, a gate.
Oh, barrier, right.
Barrier.
So, barrier. That's how the English say it.
Barrier.
I love barrier.
Barrier than the... So it's like friendship. I was friends with someone. I thought we were friends. And when we're friends in France, you tease about everything because you're close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they would get upset and they would really say, oh, you don't like me. I'm like, no, that's the point, So
it's like a cultural difference.
Exactly. It's just so I'm like, wow, we are so different. I can't go there.
Yeah.
And if I can't be myself around you, then we cannot be friends.
Did you find it hard when you came to the UK then for that reason?
I was 18, so I didn't care when I was 18. I offend you, move on. It was totally different, But as I grow older, I do miss my friends. Because my friends are for life and I am very truthful to my friend. I've got their back. Doesn't mean that I will lie for them. I don't lie.
Yeah.
That's a problem with me, but they will know.
Yeah.
You know, they will know. That's why they will come to me with a problem. I'll tell them straight because I'm not,
honesty.
I'm not biased. It's not because you're my friend that I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. So it's like, but I've got your back still, even if I don't agree with you. Except if you committed murder, there's some limit to my friendship, you know. Yeah. I'll be there for you when you're in jail, but I will not lie for your ass.
You'll come visit.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Hello, it's just me popping up in the middle of this podcast to remind you that there are still tickets available to Library Laughs, a comedy show that I'm putting on the 16th of October. It's in London, so if you can't get to London, I'm sorry about that. I've got one listener in New Zealand, so sorry about that. But for the rest of you can get to it. Do think about coming along. I'm raising money for an amazing library project in Ghana that, my child is singing. I'm raising money for an amazing project in Ghana. It does so much to improve literacy and instill creativity in young people. I think it's great. You can read more about it in the links that are supplied. The tickets are available if I've done an amazing job selling it. If I've done an amazing job selling it during this little ad break, and I think I have, you can go straight to the website. The website is The website is www.ticketsource.co.uk/library laughs. I'll say that again. www.ticketsource.co.uk/library laughs. But check out my social media feeds for more information. Check out the description of this podcast for more links. And let's get back to Arielle.
The French love to flirt. It's I don't know, it's like a gymnastic of the mind, you know? I think it's fun, right? The British, oh, please, I miss this. Maybe that's why I've got a problem also with getting on with men in this country. Where is the flirting?
Right.
You know, lie to me. This you want. I know you just want to sleep with me, but you know, make some effort.
Play the game.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
But everything was in the music also back in the days. You know what I mean? There was some flirting when you were listening to it.
Yeah.
Now it's just like we go to the club, put your your ass on my dick, and I'm like, oh wow.
So what brought you to the UK when you were 18 years old?
I studied languages. I was good at it, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, so English, Italian, Spanish, and French.
Okay.
And I wanted to improve my English. My writing was good. And so just for improve my English. And then I went to London. And it might sound weird, but wow, black people got proper jobs. In France, it's not happening. It's starting now, but even they're so backwards.
The racism is worse in France.
Yes, the racism is more open.
Yes.
Which is kind of the French way. It's like, I appreciate it in a way, like we're racist. Yeah, it's honest. We're racist. And this is your choice to be here. The British, they are racist, but they love money more than their racism. Right. You know? You see what I'm saying? The value is different. So it's like, okay, I can make money out of you. I'll pay you and whatever, but still don't like you, but it doesn't matter. You still make a home for you, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
The French know. If the economy go down, they don't care. They stick to racism.
They'll go down.
Exactly. So it was just like, wow, there's black people on TV.
Wow.
And we're talking 25 years ago.
Yeah, because we would complain about how things were 25 years ago. But
I know.
You're here saying, this is amazing. We've got Andy Peters and...
you had the Desmond when I was in this country.
Yes, we had Desmond, yeah. So
no way. This never happened in France.
No.
We don't have that. Who had that? No.
Is it coiffeur. So the same way your accent in English is like French, my accent in French is English. I speak the worst French.
I'm sticking to my accent. I don't need the British accent.
No, you don't. You should stick with your accent.
Yeah, and some words are so French, so why would I pronounce it in French?
Exactly.
In English.
Exactly. So you don't go pret-à-manger.
Oh, what is that? Prêt à manger. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, please. Just, no, don't.
Say it properly. Okay, so you stayed. So you stayed because you felt like it was easy to be a black person here. Is that?
Yeah, because remember, I mean, they can't see me here, but I'm a big black woman.
Yeah.
And the French are not big, so anything over size 14, you're obese.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So and also, everyone needs to conform.
Right.
In France, everyone's got the same clothes, the same way of doing their hair. Everything is the same. I was 18. Call me a rebel. I don't think I was, but apparently I was. a bit of a rebel. I had black lipstick with red, a bit much for the French.
That's quite rebellious.
I don't really know my black family, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically my white family.
Yeah.
They're not racist. You know white people, they're not racist, right? But they say some racist shit. And you just sit there like, you know that's racist. No. It was, when was it? After Christmas, right? So we're talking about something and out of nowhere, someone from my family goes and say, oh, yeah, black people don't wear shoes. I'm like, excuse me? No, black people don't wear shoes. Like, that's racist. You know that.
That's racist, yeah.
No, it's just like saying it's a stereotype. Like, what kind of I never heard that stereotype. Now, you said black people are always late. That's a stereotype. White, the French are symbolized with the beret and the French baguette. Okay, but black people don't wear shoes. Where's that? Oh, but ask your auntie. She's been to Kenya. She's been to a village where they don't have money to buy shoes. Yes, but black people wear shoes. What the? Exactly. But they don't understand that is racism.
They don't understand, and that's totally true. And that's the worst kind of racism, because it's like, I went to a village in Kenya and there were some black people like, yeah, because Africa is a black continent. Do you know what I mean? And how can you associate the people you meet in Kenya in that village with a bunch of black people who might live in Paris or London?
Seriously, I could go like white people wear flip-flop and sit on dirty floor, because you see that everywhere in London. Like, what is wrong with you, girl? It's crazy. Don't you see some people have been spitting on the floor and you're sitting there? I mean, come on.
I always find it, I've seen people sit on the floor of like tube carriages.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's really, and white people do crazy things. Like, I went on the tube of that and a man came on and he was just wearing sort of Speedos and he was barefoot. And I was just like, this is ridiculous.
But that's one of the bit I love London also. No one judge. I mean, we judge, but we don't say nothing, right? But Paris, you must be joking.
You can't do that.
I mean, people are quite vocal in Paris, right? They will tell you off like, seriously, crazy. Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. I think we need to do more of that in London, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think we need to get some Parisians on the Eurostar to London and start to teach us how to behave this way, because it's starting to get a bit unacceptable. But what I've realised is people are doing it because they want to get internet famous. So I think I was looking at this guy and I was like, you want someone to film you and put it on like Instagram stories. There's no way.
I think I've seen him on Facebook.
I wouldn't be surprised. There was no way that you're running around the tube network with just your Speedos and your rucksack and nothing
and it
else.
Should be forbidden. I'm sorry. That should be forbidden.
Flesh. Yeah, you sit that you're sweating. You sit on a chair,
and then you read some stuff about black women has to wear a certain kind of hair, and it's like, this guy is half naked on the tube. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's outrageous. Is there anything about London is full of outrageous people and Paris is full of honest people. Is there anything about Paris you were glad to leave behind?
I love Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I left it when I was young, so it was party and everything.
Yeah.
No night buses and that. I mean, London is great for that thing, you know what I mean? You have to wait 6 o'clock to get your tube. Crazy. But, no, I love Paris.
Yeah, do you visit often?
I go and see my family, yes. But what I don't like, they're very backward in thinking and also IT.
Yeah.
You come out of Eurostar, Gare du Nord, and you go and buy your ticket for tube or another train. And it's an international station. There should be at least 10 cashier there. Yeah. There's one.
And you work in transport, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I like your Facebook updates on your stories, because you do expose how stupid people are and how rude they are.
Yes, they are mad.
Yeah.
Totally mad. Last one, I didn't put it on Facebook because I was just shocked and I had other things to do. But this young woman, right, she's like 20 years old, quite trendy and everything. And she comes in, she get off from one of the last trains. It's like, oh, how do I get to the to Croydon? And she saw my face because unfortunately I hardly control my face expression. So...
What's in your mind is on your face.
Yes, exactly. It's very hard to control. And then she showed my face, so she changed her speech. So she's removed the swearing. And, okay, how can I get to West Croydon, please? So, okay, I checked. And like, sorry, there's no more train. That's it. You're on your own on this one. Take a bus. or go to another station for the tram. I said, okay, no problem. She get off. She come back. 3 minutes later, I was like, oh, how do I get out? All right. I have to explain my station is a very small station. Okay. It's not Clapham Junction, like 10, platform. It's only 2 platforms and it's quite easy to get out. Right. I look at her and I ask her, seriously? There's a door here, just the first 3 steps, and this is the way out. I mean, wow. Wow.
On that, I would say you can take Arielle out of Paris, but you can't take the Paris out. Because some people would have been like, it's that way. You're like, no, you're an idiot.
No, because there is a level of customer service and the level, you need to help yourself. You shouldn't even be out. This is madness. And I mean, the problem is this society is like they're helping people that normally, the nature wouldn't have allowed them to survive.
Yeah, evolution would have gotten in the way,
exactly,
yeah.
Because this is just ridiculous. Okay,
that
ridiculous.
Should still be in that station, trying to find her way out. You shouldn't have told her anything. She should be living there right now.
I can't. There is, I can't help people who want to be helped.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to be helped, man, you're on your own. I mean, you need God at this point. You know what I mean? This lady also, she came like, she got a Google. And like, what am I supposed to do? Blah, blah, blah. Like, well, you got your Google. That's the point of it, isn't it? Like, it looks like you have to take a bus. Oh, but where's the bus? Say, look, you click that and the map come up. It tells you where the bus is. And I read it properly. Oh, you are at the wrong station. And but Google said, no. Anyway, it didn't, but never mind. So now I'll give you 3 options because she was very nervous. She has to go somewhere very important. Like either you go to the next station and then walk or take your bus, or you go and take a bus from here to change to the next station, or you walk to the next station because the next one is within 20 minutes, or you can just stay there and keep on complaining. Yeah, get on with your life, woman. I told her that actually. Get on with it. Crying, I can't help you.
Have you ever thought about getting into life coaching?
I would be great.
You would be great because of the directness, and also sometimes someone asks a question but they already know the answer.
Yes,
right?
It's true.
And you'd be really good for saying to someone, why are you here, when you already know what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. I did think about it. I helped one of my son's friend. I was just passing by. I said, oh, Jordan's mom, because when you're mom, that's got no identity anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I said, what you up to now? So, I wonder if I go uni or he's doing something like sport coaching, but I've got some offers to work, and I let him talk, and direct him into question. And then he said, I don't know what to do. And I look at him and say, well, you know what you want to do. You just told me. So get on with it.
Wow.
It's like, oh yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? I'm not someone who's going to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You need to find out your way. Just remove what you don't like and make sure you know what you're doing. Because I don't want to be responsible for your action.
Yeah, but it sounds like you changed his life, in the short term at least, and maybe long term.
Well, I help him out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're too confused.
Well, it was like the universe wanted you to meet at that time.
Yeah.
Do you believe in fate?
I think yes and no. Yeah. But sometimes I feel like my life, maybe when I get a bit down, I'm just here to help people on their way, but there's nothing for me. You see what I mean?
That's quite sad. So you think,
it is very sad.
The purpose is to assist, but not maybe to
fulfill
your dreams. I
feel like all I do is helping people, and there's nothing happening.
What would you like to happen now in your life that would make you think this has been a great day? This is the email I wanted to receive. This is the phone call.
I want to be happy either by comedy or something.
Yeah.
And also I would like to have love. I've got so much to give.
Yeah. So you basically need someone who is like going to give you what you deserve.
Yeah, because I deserve it, and I know I deserve it. I'm not this kind of people, especially when you're big, they expect, to be happy with what you got, like, oh, you should say thank you. I look at you.
Awful
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not, when you look at me, I'm not this kind of girl anyway. Yeah. So I know who I am, and I know I'm great.
Yeah.
But I know I can give you everything, but I want something back.
Well, I think you're right to not only hold out for that, but expect it.
Yeah.
And I think you're great. That's why you're in Mama's Kitchen. Because not everybody comes here. This is a special place. Yeah. And I'm going to end that there, really. I'm going to. I know. Well, on that note, on a note saying, guys, should we make this the Arielle Souma dating agency? I've got 4 subscribers. One of them might be a hot guy. You know.
Oh wow.
So we'll see.
Well, if he likes big girl,
big French girls, big French Parisian, hilarious, beautiful women. I've got one right here in front of me.
Exactly, and I'm hot and dirty.
And she doesn't eat fried plantain, so you can have it all to yourself, which is amazing. I'd love it if my other half didn't eat fried plantain. You'd stop eating mine.
Yes.
Arielle, anything you want to tell people about anything, anywhere you're performing or...
I'll just look on my website, www.ariellesuma. Update it when I think about it. And yes, come and see me on stage, man. I'm very good.
See Arielle, she's a powerhouse of a comedian. I think she's great. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So that was Arielle Souma. Thank you so much, Arielle, for coming down. Guys, you have to see this person perform stand-up comedy live and in the flesh. She's like a tornado. She's a force to be reckoned with. So funny. So pleased she found the time to come by and keep my company. I'm also really pleased that we had boiled plantain, because all this fried plantain is actually not doing my arteries any good at all. So appreciate the health check. And thank you, Arielle, again. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, do what you normally do with podcasts you enjoy. Like, share, tell your friends, comment. I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, so you can reach out to me too. I'm a stand-up comedian, as you know, and I'm doing a show on the 16th of October. So check out Lively Laughs if you fancy seeing me in real life. And I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch up next time.